About Chelsea and Man United. For Mason Mount, guys, what I'm told about the proposal in the rumors for Mason Mount from Manchester United, there is still no official bid from Man United to Chelsea for Mason Mount. Why? Because Man United know that Chelsea at the moment don't want to negotiate. Chelsea are not open at the moment to sit at the table and negotiate for Mason Mount. 80 millions at least or nothing. This is the position of Chelsea for Mason Mount. At the moment, Man United don't want to pay that money. They want to pay way less than this. This is why there is a big gap between Man United and Chelsea. Let's see if Chelsea will open to negotiations in the next days. We know the player is keen on the move, so Mason Mount will be prepared to say yes to this Chelsea opportunity to leave Chelsea and to go to Manchester United. But again, it's Chelsea creating the biggest issue. Big
update there from Fabrizio Romano. £80 million or nothing is the current stance of Chelsea. For some Chelsea fans, I'll be happy about that. They rate Mount. They don't want him leaving. They feel the club is wrong in terms of doing this. But there'll also be some Chelsea fans that believe this is equally as wrong. They believe he's not good enough. They believe they should cash in. They should move him on. Could he be being priced out of a move? From a Man United fan point of view, again, the fan base is split. Some, like me, see him as a good quality squad player, an upgrade on the Freds, an upgrade on the Donnies, an upgrade on the Scott McTominays, but of course, not a significant improvement on the first team. Not a massive improvement on what we already have, if at all. So when you start talking about 80s or even 70 million pounds, far too lucrative, far too expensive, far too much of a dent in a budget that we currently don't even know how far it will spread. We also know that Man United are looking to complete 2 early signings this window. Mason Mount is one of them, and the other is between Kim Min-jae and Hojlund. The club want to spend between 80 to 90 million pounds on the two of them. They want them ready for pre-season, which starts in just over a month's time. It's only 2 months until the Premier League starts again, and we haven't actually officially concluded this football season, with the Conference League final and Champions League final still to come. So what's going to give here? Man United don't want this to be a protruded, long-winded saga that spreads across the entire summer. They want it done early, especially with players like Harry Kane, potentially Frankie de Jong again, and a number of other candidates, Costa may be another, who could be far longer and more expensive sagas. They do not want Mason Mount moving into that category. So what do? Pay the money Chelsea are asking and stop themselves from being able to also get Kim Min-jae or Hojlund at this point? Do they walk away from the deal and say maybe they go for Hojlund and Kim Min-jae instead and still spend around that 80 to 90 million pound mark? Or do they continue to negotiate, even if this takes 6, 8, 9, 10 weeks to get done and dusted and to get over that line? I want your take on this from a Chelsea perspective, a United point of view, and of course, rivals as well. How do you see this playing out after Fabrizio broke this big piece of breaking news? Now, as we mentioned, Hojlund is a player that Man United are also focused on this summer. Depending upon what publication you read, it's either in conjunction with Kane or as an alternative. And I believe there's an element of truth to both those stories. It is reported today that United are willing to spend around £40 million on him and are advancing those conversations with Atalanta to make him a Manchester United player. Now, of course, there are the lazy stereotypes, it's the lazy journalism, the new Haaland. How can he be the new Haaland when they're about the same age? It's ridiculous. Man United fans should not be engaging in this kind of conversation. Do not put extra pressure on this guy. The only similarities between the two of them, yes, they're Scandinavian. Yes, they've got blonde hair. And yes, they're strikers. Haaland is arguably the best young finisher Europe has seen since R9. So it is absolutely ridiculous to be applying any pressure onto this lad from our point of view as United fans. Rivals will do it. Let them. Journalists will do it. It's kind of their job. Man United fans, don't show your ass. Have some decorum. Have some self-control. Praise him for what he's good at. Take the pressure away from him and just for once, act right. I'm genuinely saying that. Act right online. No crazy comparisons. Vikings better than your Viking. None of that dead, boring, milked banter. Don't do it. Honestly, the new call is to be, I think for the next season, the new call is calm. Not tit for tat BS online. Legit. But United are advancing talks according to a number of outlets today. I want to read one here. This says Man United are stepping up their pursuit of £40 million Atalanta striker Rasmus Hojlund. The Red Devils consider him an alternative option to Harry Kane, but also feel that having both at the club next year will add that star quality and firepower the front line requires and massively lacked at times throughout the previous campaign. And I think it's a very true statement at the end there. We lacked firepower so regularly. Veghorst not good enough. Martial not good enough. Sancho not good enough. Rashford, 30 goals. It's probably had more stick this season from Man United fans than the guys that underperformed, flopped, and are Crocs, which is staggering considering he scored 30 goals. First man in a decade to do it. We need to add this star power. We need the star quality. We need the goals. Let's hope Man United get this over the line. Now, back to Fabrizio Romano this morning. He spoke about Liverpool. Of course, they've completed the deal now. Medical's going on, but they will complete the deal for Alexis McAllister. He will be a Liverpool player. But what else are they doing? He has stated that contact has been made with the agents of Thuram from Nice, highly talented, young, technically gifted DM. And of course, we know they're already speaking to Manu Kone, who is another central midfield player, can operate in a DM role, can operate in an attacking role. So I think everyone would refer to him as kind of the quintessential 8 in many ways. Again, slightly different profile to that of Thuram. Young, though, great technique, wonderful athleticism. You look at those two players in McAllister, and Liverpool not only are cooking, but they're slow cooking. But their slow cooking started months ago. And I have a very, very special barbecue in my garden. Wood, it's like a wood furnace. Okay, you burn the wood, you let it start to, you wait till all the flames die down, and then what you can do, you buy like a nice rack of ribs, and you put them in there, close it all up. You might leave it for 3, 4, 5 hours to slowly cook. You don't even need to sort of barbecue marinade or anything. The way it cooks, it almost creates its own marinade, its own flavors just through the way it cooks inside this wood furnace barbecue. Takes time. It's not like your traditional barbecue where you're out there, you're doing your sausages and your burgers and your fish. And it's all kind of cooked very quickly, slow, tenderizes the meat. That's what Liverpool are doing. I believe they've been working on these deals for some time. Although they're only saying now they've made contact with the agents, I believe it was done earlier. We know Alexis McAllister has been a deal a long time in the making. But they are ready to potentially bring in 3 very good to top-class signings early in this window to bolster that massive hole in their midfield. Now, I can act like a lot of content creators and try and play it down and still attack Liverpool, finished, end of an era, blah, blah, blah. But I rate these players. I think they're highly talented. Does it mean they'll work? No. And I already know people like Prime and Nabil in the comments are going to be getting angry. How dare you say nice things about another club? Just called integrity. And I think that the banter era of football has become so milked and dry. It's just done too regularly. It's like go buy a bottle of Coca-Cola, open it, and leave it out in the sunshine for a few hours, come back and taste it. It's no longer cold. It's no longer fizzy. No longer nice. It's now essentially just flat brown water. That is what football banter has become. And I'm not participating in it as regularly anymore because it's overused. Too much of anything is bad for you. And I feel that's the era that we've been in. And as I say, next year, calm is what's cool. And the football banter's got to slow down a little bit. For more than anything, to make it fun. But listen, these are some really good signings that Liverpool are looking at, all jokes aside. Genuinely really good pieces of business. And Liverpool fans should be excited about them and the future that could be presenting itself again here. You bolster that midfield, you add something into that back line as well, and you've got the rest of the summer to do that. And Liverpool could not just cook next season, but they are setting up a team and a squad for the years to come as well. Building adding quality at the same time. Look, I want everybody's thoughts. I want everybody's feelings on the transfer news we've shared with you today. Hit the like and the share button before you go. And of course, go and listen to the Top 6 podcast on Spotify right now. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you all soon. Bye-bye.